Good afternoon, friends. I hope that you all had a great day today. So, friends, I have breaking news. Over 100 Democratic lawmakers have just sent President Biden a letter urging him to take executive action this month. This executive order would help millions of Americans financially, especially during this crisis. Top economists are also pressuring Congress to pass a new round of relief checks. My friends, please make sure you watch until the end of this video for all these new details. To say thank you for watching, I'll be giving away a $75 Walmart gift card 4 days a week. Please enter the giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos and then commenting below the keyword of each video that you watch. Friends, the more videos that you leave a comment on, the greater your chance of winning the giveaways. Americans got some relief from their crisis stimulus funds, but not enough to stop hunting for jobs. Increased savings, buoyed by unemployment benefits and stimulus checks during the crisis, kept millions of Americans out of debt and kept their spending healthy, at least before skyrocketing inflation came into play over the past few months. According to a new study, all that extra cash did not keep Americans from pursuing work. This study counters criticism that cash from stimulus payments and unemployment insurance programs disincentives people from looking for work. Many U.S. states with Republican governors cut the federal government's $300 per week expansion to unemployment insurance early in 2021. Due to this reason, the study also concluded that while unemployed households have previously reduced their spending during the economic downturns, that didn't happen during the crisis period because of expanded unemployment insurance benefits. Unemployed households spent more upon receiving $600 supplements in April 2020 than $300 supplements in January 2021. As the U.S. moves further out from its last stimulus payments, job creation continues to increase. The U.S. economy added 528,000 non-farm payrolls last month. The Bureau of Labor Statistics announced earlier this month, meaning that overall employment now sits above the levels seen just before the crisis hit. But there are still millions of potential workers still sitting on the sidelines. The labor force participation rate, which tracks the share of Americans either working or actively looking for work, slid to 62.1% from 62.2% in the last month. 58 million Americans are still not in the workforce, and it would take a considerable rally in participation for the current labor supply to balance out with companies' large demand. So friends, what are your thoughts on the current labor market in your area? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. President Biden is also keeping student loan borrowers in suspense over whether he'll decide to again extend a freeze on repayments, with less than 2 weeks to go until the August 31st cutoff date. It is the smallest window of time that borrowers have had so far since a pause in federal loan repayments began at the start of the crisis, with lawmakers and advocates pressuring the administration to make a decision. The delay in announcing a decision and the approaching midterm elections raises questions over if the news will include more than a payment pause extension and potentially a long-awaited decision to forgive some amount of such debt. The freeze has been extended 6 times since loan payments were first put on hold in March 2020 under the former president. The order froze the accrual of interest on federal student loans serviced by the U.S. Department of Education, effectively freezing $1.6 trillion in debt owed by more than 40 million Americans. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona indicated this week that a decision will be made soon on student loan repayments, but wouldn't say whether the Biden administration plans to extend the pause. The U.S. president said last month that the end of August is his timeline for making a decision. Biden has also felt great pressure from lawmakers. Last month, Senate Democrat Bob Menendez led a letter signed by over 100 Democrats in Congress, calling for Biden to extend the pause, citing the economic hardships that some have faced due to the crisis, as well as the squeeze of rising inflation that has put on consumers nationwide. Since Biden has taken office, his administration has greenlit over $31 billion in student loan relief for hundreds of thousands of borrowers. But that relief has only extended in certain cases. Progressives and advocates argue that the actions by the administration prove that President Biden has the authority to approve broader student loan relief. But whether he should has been a source of debate among some financial experts and lawmakers.
Healthcare costs, this bill will increase drug prices. With a limited window to recoup R&D, manufacturers will have to increase their launch price. It will also eliminate incentives for generics to come to market and gain market share by pricing lower than the branded product. And perhaps even worse, this bill will delay, if not eliminate, new innovative drugs for life-threatening illnesses like Alzheimer's and cancers. And this is why our amendment excludes two categories of drugs from price controls: Medicare Part D's 6 protected classes and FDA's breakthrough therapy designation drugs. By voting yes, you'll be protecting patients with mental illness, organ transplants, Alzheimer's, cancers, and HIV. A no vote is a vote to never see a cure for Alzheimer's. Rather than a healthcare system that offers Americans breakthrough medicines, this reckless tax and spend bill will force Americans to settle for end-of-life care, and that's just wrong. I yield back.
Mr. President.
Senator from Oregon.
Mr. President, I oppose this amendment for two reasons. The first is it would water down the new negotiation program, so it would be harder to negotiate over the most expensive drugs in Medicare today, including cancer drugs, which are at the top of our list. And second, it would water down the efforts at the Internal Revenue Service to beef up tax enforcement against wealthy tax cheats. I would urge opposition to the Marshall Amendment.
For the yeas and nays.
Is there sufficient?
Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you, friends, so much for joining and watching my videos. To say thank you, I'll be giving away $75 Walmart gift cards 4 days a week. Please, friends, enter the giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos and then commenting below the keyword of each video that you watch. Thank you and have a wonderful and blessed afternoon.